Reading books has so many benefits. However, after reading a book, whatever you have learned, if you don't implement those learnings in your practical day-to-day life, then what's the point of those learning? Of course, there are tons of different genres books you can read. I'm not talking about those. Today, specifically, I'm talking about self-improvement, like non-fiction books, which helps you or which focus on your self-improvement. Now, biggest thing of this non-fiction self-improvement books is that they really want to help you to improve your life in different ways. Like it could be regarding money, it could be regarding psychological, different ways. However, if you actually learn the things in a passive mode and don't take any action, then there is no point of that. Like there is a famous quote like one of the quotes of Dale Carnegie that he says like, knowledge that is used sticks to the mind. Like whatever knowledge you are using, that stays in your mind. Other than that, if any knowledge that you acquired but you don't use in your practical life or day-to-day life, that knowledge will be no use to you. So there are so many people that tell you that, read as many books as you can, or just read more and more books, finish more and more books. Of course, I believe I have a contradictory opinion on that, because my point of view is that I believe if you can just pick a book and extract as many knowledge as you can from that book, like thoroughly studying and getting as many things out of that book and implementing those things in your practical life, if you can shift your mind from reading more and more books to I will be taking this book and reading thoroughly and knowing every other things which the author tried to tell me, and whatever point I feel like it makes sense to me, I will just take it and implement it in my day-to-day life. And before I can implement it, before I can take action, I will not move to the next book. That's my approach. That's what I feel like it's an ideal thing that you could do, because in this way you are not actually learning, you are also implementing the things in practical life. So whatever you are learning, it's going to be with you in a lifelong journey. So that's what I try to believe, and I try to approach these things in this way. Of course, reading more and more books is not a bad thing. You can do it. However, I don't feel like if you are just reading the book without actually implementing the things or taking actions, it's just a waste of time. You just get a satisfaction or fake satisfaction that, oh, I'm reading a lot more books, I have this much knowledge, I know this, I know that. However, at the end of the day, what really happens is that you know nothing. You read a lot more things, but you know nothing actually. So you are reading a lot more books. On the other hand, a person who is actually the things that I said earlier, reading one book, extracting as much knowledge as he can, and just implementing that in his life, fully in his day-to-day life, and trying to understand how the rules or techniques he has learned in the book has real life impact. And in this way, basically, he is getting ahead of anyone who is trying to just read more and more books without implementing the things. So that was my 2 cents, you could say, regarding these things, or not 2 cents, this is what I try to follow, and I believe this way you can get the maximum output and maximum benefits. Of course, again, there are different genres of books you can read. Not every genre's books you read has the same purpose to make you understand or to make your life better. Some genres of books gives you joy, happiness, or entertain you in different ways. Those are different, but today I have just talked about the self-improvement category of nonfiction. So yeah, that's it.